Marcus Alonso. I can say, and all I can say is that the rig is officially done, and that it was just a tumultuous task. I am, as you know, one of the premier EI riggers or rig techs, and this really kind of gave me a run for my money. And as you can see here, there's just a lot of pieces in this, lots and lots, and it all had to be organized. And even among that, there's still there's just levels and levels of things that had to be rigged correctly. And I'm really glad I did it in electric image as opposed to Maya. Sorry, 6 a.m. It is really rigged, and it is ready to be animated, and the animation doesn't take long. I just want to demonstrate this to you, and what I've noticed is that, as you say, because of the restrictions on the characters, is really going to help to make it a better animation or bring out the character of this. You know, it's just really nice as far as what it can do, and or what, and also what it doesn't do is what's going to really help sell it as far as a robot. It's just really definitely handles this. And so a lot of the restrictions on the body and the limitations in the rotations are what's going to make it work. Basically, there's no mechanism for this foot to go this way or that way. So from right to left directly out. So I place those rotations, those constraints in there, but if I need to do it to loosen it up, I can always take it out. If there's going to be any rotations, any movement in that area, it would have to come through the legs. And as you can see here, how the pistons are compensating for that movement. Definitely, stuff is working. You know, rigs can be, endless, and you can just keep refining them, but this is really at a level that to meet the expectations. So as far as what it should do, and it's just going to be interesting, really interesting character. Also, as I was working on it, it became very apparent that some of the, like again, there's no rotation in this that it'll turn. Any parts of this can turn, other than the hands, obviously. He can do a spin. He can spin his hands completely around if he's gonna let's say if he goes into his fast mode. All the brackets for that work. It's just really nice. And what I did notice is like the limitations have a really interesting way of giving it the kind of character that you would expect out of a robot. Basically, it can't move up and down this way, this arm. There's no control in it for that. And so those limitations all those type of constraints and that part of the kinesiology has been rigged into our program into this the anatomy of this character. So it can only rotate from here. And as you can see, the pistons compensate for that. So the movement here would be very, I mean, right now I'm doing this in a raw, there's a ball and socket joint here. But it's very much so, the mechanics and the logistics of the mechanics are worked out. And so you'll get some flipping. Definitely it works. And with this, is again, it's complex in the sense of this is like a quadratic arm or something like that, you know. And then if you notice here also, this tubing, I was really surprised. A lot of the tubing, I was able to rig that so that it works correctly and stretches and squashes with appropriately in response to the other dynamics in the arm. So, so the character in itself is ready to be animated. It's just, you know, I knew it was going to be a big project, but you know, until you really get involved in it, find out how big it really is, you know. So again, these wires, I could rig those in it, but I think it's overkill, and especially some of the time constraints. Just a lot to do there. I mean, I don't see that as making a big difference. I think what's going to be really great is this craning mechanism, the pistons reacting to the craning, very much how it should act. And here we have this rotary unit here, and we have just enough wires and things on it to respond to that. I'm not exactly sure how the blinking goes, but again, that's just like the blinking in the door, or anything like that is only going to be when needed. So it's a lot, and it's easy. I can give you the polls, and everything can kind of start now. So, and animation is the fun part. Nobody wants to do the rigging, you know, because it's like the most tedious, time-consuming, and brain numbing part. It's very brain numbing. But it's working now, and once you get it, it's very satisfactory as far as what can be done in that regards. And so just really amazing. And again, how certain things just aren't going to work, aren't going to be enabled, and certain things will be enabled in a way that will just make it the robot, you know. So again, this just a huge amount of work, and I apologize. I overshot the first this particular deadline. What I'll do is try to my best to compensate with it, and the rest of this, the walk. Walk is very simple. It should happen in a few hours. Everything takes a little, and it's like, the first 90% is the easy part, and then it's the last 10% that wears you out. But I'm ready to go here. I will have some help with the animation, and I have other team members, but we're basically waiting on this rig, and with my rigging skills, if this was a real monkey at times, And so we're ready to go on this part. And I did talk to you, and thanks a lot. It's makes it that much better, the whole situation. Okay, here we go. What I want to do is get this. This is Monday at 6 a.m. I'm just gonna probably take a quick rest and then get on the walk and try to deliver that to you by tomorrow and start to move forward with the other ones. Just an animation a day if possible, and then my partner's gonna pick up on that as well. And I may even consider getting somebody else to help with this. I'll put it out there for anybody who is electric image intermediate electric image animator. I think will have no problem working with such a well-defined rig. Okay. Okay. Let me know what you think, and we'll get back to you.